It's that time again. It's the time where I go through my rubbish and tell you whether or not there's anything that I have used up that I would repurchase. It's been so long since I sat and filmed a video like this that I'm getting really hot. It's so cold today. I feel, because this feels really awkward and unusual. I pre-filmed all of my December content in November because I wanted to give myself a little bit of breathing space because we were going into the Vlogmas season and I knew I was going to have a lot of work to do and I wanted to just kind of give myself that time. But then when it came around to January, I was just totally out of the habit and I didn't really feel like filming anything. So here we are. I thought a good way back in, after obviously cutting off all of my own hair, which if you haven't already seen that video, it went up on Tuesday. Lots of people said, day one of lockdown and you've cut your own hair, what is going to happen next? Well, I am actually daily vlogging. I'm going to be posting Monday to Friday, so 5 days a week. There will be a lockdown vlog on my other channel, which will be linked below. So if you want to see the monotony of my day-to-day life here in the house, then you can go and check that out. It will get slightly more interesting because we are about to have a massive, massive change in the house. My parents are, we've lived with my parents for 4 years. We moved into this house. It was all, I've spoken about this like to death, so apologies, but I'm kind of like context for people who don't know. We moved into this house like as a temporary measure for all of us, with a view to my mum and dad then moving out and being completely mortgage free at the end of the term, which thankfully they will be, and it's all kind of served its purpose and been amazing for what we wanted. But instead of us all moving, we've decided to stay here and my parents have found a house that's great. We're just waiting for the final stuff to happen and then they can move into their new house and we can move into the rest of the house. So the vlogs are going to cover a lot of that. I've got so many plans. I've already shared some of them here. I've spoken a lot about my anxieties of this process in my regular vlogs. And I've got a lot of new stuff for the house coming in. So it's all about to get very exciting, but right now it is just me in the house. Also, I have just opened this. This is the first amount of caffeine I've had all day. I shouldn't drink these, I realise, and I got pretty good at not drinking them, and then I started again. If this is not your first empties that you've watched of mine, this will not be a surprise. Now, Radox have actually repackaged their bath salts. I just bought a few packets when I went to Tesco the other day, and they've actually made it new and fresh and modern, and I don't know if that is because people weren't buying it because it just looked kind of like old-fashioned. I don't know, but they've definitely had a rebrand on this particular product. It's only £1. I do use the entire box when I have a bath. It does give me some kind of relief when I've got like muscular aches and pains, when very, very few other things do. Even pain relief these days doesn't help very much. And although it might seem excessive to use an entire box of bath salts, £1 compared to, let's say, a bath bomb is actually fairly inexpensive. So I do always mention those just because I think it's great, and if you are into bath salts or bath bombs or anything like that, and especially if you do have a lot of, even if it's from like exercising, mine is like posture, I mean, can you tell? Mine is posture related. I don't know why. I don't know why I'm developing a hump, but if you have got kind of, you know, sore muscles, even if it's like tension and stress related, we're in another lockdown, guys, I get it, or because you're sitting at an improper desk, now you're working from home, that stuff is amazing. I have tons of hair stuff. So let's start with, I've got some like colour positing things. Elvive Colour Protect Purple Shampoo. I was sent one of these, but I've bought 2 since. It's great. Very effective for a high street product. Ella also has been using this. I've mentioned this in a previous video when I was talking about blonde because I am like a mid blonde and this pulls really, really warm because I didn't want to go super blonde. But when you don't go super blonde, you only lift so far, and then instead of going like a yellowy colour, my hair, if I left it completely, my hair would start to go like an orangey colour. So I didn't know, maybe you didn't know either, that on the colour wheel, there is a difference between purple shampoo and blue shampoo because there's a difference between yellow hair and orange hair. So if you've got orange tones in your hair, these purple shampoos aren't going to do very much at all. Whereas a blue shampoo, I use one from Fanola and it is like industrial strength blue shampoo. that knocks out all of the orange warmth. Once I'm at like a yellow phase, this can tone it. So if I'm using this once a week, no problem. If I let it get to the point where it gets so warm that it's orange, then I need the blue shampoo. This is really, really effective, really like quite a heavy duty purple shampoo. This is the one that I used to use all the time when I had white hair. I had full on platinum blonde hair. And it says violet pigment. This will give you kind of more of a pink tone. When I used to have it toned at the hairdressers, we used to go between like a purpley tint and a pink. And the pink left me with more of a neutral, minky kind of blonde instead of like an icy blonde, which I think is a little bit more flattering for most people. This is really, really nice. If you've got very, very blonde hair and you just want to kind of tone it, but you don't like that kind of white, icy blue shampoo tone, you might really like this one because it is just a little bit softer, I think. The last thing is the Josh Wood Colour Shade Shot Gloss in Champagne Blonde. Again, I've been sent this before, but I have also purchased it myself. I think this was one I purchased. I'm talking too fast. This is really, really nice. It just adds a little bit of shine and a little, again, a little bit of something. If I've gone too far with the toners and I feel like I've lost it, you know, it's a bit dull and kind of blah, I'll put this on and it adds something. It adds a kind of a tone of, it adds kind of a blonde tone, a warmth, a something, a just left the salon kind of look rather than cooling something down. Like I feel like this is fixing something, whereas this is like perfecting something. So if you don't really have a problem with, let's say your hair is naturally blonde, or even if your hair is grey and you're having your hair like coloured blonde every now and then, if you are wanting to freshen up that colour in between visits, this is absolutely perfect. It just adds a little bit of something, but it also gives that really gorgeous glossy shine. Next, I do have a couple more hair things and then we'll move on to facial skincare. I don't have any makeup today. Who's wearing makeup right now? I'm wearing makeup like once in a blue moon. That's part of the reason I put makeup on today, because I just thought I need to do something with my face so that I don't look in the mirror and be like, ugh, constantly. I'm going to go out to Tesco and get some stuff for the next week. And I thought, I've put makeup on, let's film a video. This I talked about a bunch. L'Oreal Elvive Extraordinary Oil Cocoa Multi-Use Balm. I would have made this last forever, but because this is in the bathroom that Ella shares with me, she's 15. That's my daughter, not a weird 15-year-old roommate. She used this tons. I probably could have made this last a year. I can't show you it, obviously, because it's empty, but it's a real thick product. I have shown this in other videos, and I will purchase this again. It smells amazing, a gorgeous coconutty fragrance, but it's a really, imagine like a body butter. It's that kind of thickness, a really, really thick cream that you can use as a conditioner, which I think is what she was doing, because I think she was just using it like a regular conditioner. But how I was using it was either a leave-in treatment and like a pre-shampoo thing. So I'll leave it on overnight. When my hair was much longer and I felt like it needed it in the lengths, I would leave it on overnight and then wash it out the next day. Or more often than not, I was using it as a leave-in conditioner. So just a little tiny bit in the ends, absolutely amazing. And this would have lasted me so long the way that I was using it. I think that's really worth it. Hair Biology Cleanse and Reconstruct from Pantene. This is for greasy roots and damaged lengths. I actually really liked this one as well. The only thing I don't like about it is it was so small. 250 ml. I don't know. I mean, I think this is small as well, so yeah, this is 200 ml. This wasn't really big enough for me. I would like a double size. It's not a cost thing so much as it's just annoying to have to continue to buy shampoos constantly, and I felt like I was using quite a lot of it. So I liked it, but I would want a larger bottle. Whether they do that or not, I don't know. Right. I have this Moonlit Skies and White Cashmere Imperial Leather Calming Bath Soak. Again, I think they've repackaged this. I saw this the other day and it was in a different thing. It was in like a squeezy, like a shower gel, but larger. I got this because Emma said it was amazing. It is amazing. It smells just so good. It's basically bubble bath. In terms of what it does, it's not special, but it smells really, really good. Talking of not special, I've got this Bobbie Brown Soothing Cleansing Oil. This was sent to me ages and ages and ages ago. I looked it up online and could not believe how expensive this was. This is nice. This is really nice. It's very, again, very, very effective. It actually did last me a really, really long time. Even when I thought I'd had the very, very last of it. Like I'd poured every single last little bit onto my hand, left it on the side overnight. It magically regenerated. I did get a lot out of this. And I think in terms of like cost per use, maybe it's not that bad. If you want a higher end skincare, if the ingredients appeal to you, if you struggle with cheaper cleansers because of ingredients, maybe this would be worth it. For me, it's not, because I can use cheaper cleansers. It doesn't really affect my skin at all. And it is just a cleansing oil. If it had been like a serum or something, then fair enough. But I can't justify expensive cleansers. So although this was sent to me, I'm speaking from the, would I recommend this? No, and I wouldn't repurchase it. It was nice. And maybe if you were buying a gift for someone, or if you just wanted to treat yourself, then okay. But as your regular cleanser, that was really expensive for what it was. This was really disappointing too. Soap and Glory Scrub in the Fast Lane. I thought this was going to be, I've had tons of products similar to what I thought this was going to be in like a peel. So like a very, very scrubby scrub. And I thought it was going to be something that would leave my skin feeling super smooth. It says 2-minute facial, peel and polish exfoliant with vitamin C and lactic acid. So having tried things in the past that say similar things, I thought this was going to be like one of those micro scrubs that after you'd finished using it, it was like just incredibly, incredibly smooth. Do you know what I mean? I tried one from Pixi. Just something, it was a very, very, very small scrubby bits, and you would leave it on your skin, and then when you took it off, it felt like you'd worn a mask. And again, because it said 2-minute facial, you're supposed to put this on your skin, like scrub it in a little bit, leave it on, and 2 minutes later you wash it off and smooth. This was just kind of like a meh facial scrub to me. It was really, really disappointing. Just because I had high hopes. And Soap and Glory skincare is not that cheap now. I have 2 other cleansers, both of which I preferred to the Bobbie Brown one purely because of cost. Clean It Zero Cleansing Balm Original. This was really nice. I would repurchase this. It's just like a regular balm thing. The packaging is massive. Like the actual product itself, I wonder how much. It is in a different language. I don't think it's going to tell me in English how much is actually in this, but not tremendous amount. Can you see all of this? This is all like hollow. So it's kind of deceptive as to how much you get. It's not loads. So bear that in mind. Basically exactly the same product for me. This from Primark, which is the Balm to Oil Cleanser. I've bought this several times. Again, I just wish they did a larger size because this is absolutely teeny tiny. This is really, really good. A very, very small amount. It's just, a cleansing balm is what it is. It doesn't need to be special for me. I appreciate for some people it does, because for some people the ingredients really do matter. For a cleanser, they don't for me, and I think that's really, really good. I've got one last skincare product, which again was sent to me. And again, just was super disappointing because I'd seen people rave about this. I've just realised my nails kind of match it as well. Seen people rave about this. I looked online. The reviews are all so favourable. I don't know what I was doing wrong. It's the TLC Framboos Glycolic Night Serum from Drunk Elephant. It's got AHA and BHA, raspberry extract, and it refines and retexturizes, which again, if you know anything about me, totally up my street. So it says, in the evening, apply to clean, dry face, neck, chest, and backs of hands, avoiding the eye area. Mix with virgin marula oil for maximum effectiveness. Bear in mind, I had that. They sent me that as well. I did it with and without. Really nothing. Slight tingling may experienced, or maybe experienced, particularly for the first few days. I don't know if it's because I use products like this on the regular, and so for me, it didn't do that. Wow, this is amazing, because I already use products that resurface and retexturize and refine. So maybe it would be, like people that try Pixi Glow Tonic for the very first time, for people for whom it works, and they think it's wow, 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 amazing. If you gave me Pixi Glow Tonic now and said, this is going to change your skincare routine, I would use it and be like, it's not really doing anything, because I already am using that product. Do you know what I mean? So I wonder if For someone who doesn't use something with AHAs and stuff, if they use this and are absolutely bowled over, but because I already was using products that did the same thing, it was just kind of a continuation, and so I didn't see that wow before and after. I wonder if that's what it is. It was disappointing because, again, this would have been very, very expensive. So I don't recommend it because of that, but also perhaps it's because of my routine that I already had. I don't know. Right, the last thing I want to talk about is very annoying. I bought this not that long ago. I hauled this maybe a couple of months ago. I bought it from Boots because my last body brush, it was wooden and it kept being left in the bath by the children, and it was just kind of like looking grim. So I thought I'm just gonna buy a plastic one because that's probably the safest move. So I was using this the other day and I scrubbed. I was like this, scrubbing my lower back as you do, and I went like that, and this snapped off, and I now have, I mean, looking at this, there's metal sections of this. There were pieces of metal in here. Anyway, I did this, and I now have a big scratch down the bottom of my back. One large one, and then if you look, it's like broken off into like teeth. One large one, and then several like little ones around it. It feels like a fresh tattoo. It stings. And this was a week ago and it still hurts. So I just wanted to throw it out there. Plastic bath brushes, maybe not the one. Maybe not as great as you might think. Maybe not as durable. I'm going to go back to a wooden one. But also, has this happened to anyone else? It hurts so much. Okay, that's it. That's everything that I've used up. I can finally get rid of these things. Someone did tell me, or several people have told me, that Boots are going to do a recycling drop-off thing. I've looked, they're not doing it in my area yet, so I am saving still all of these empties, but I'm putting them in a big box, like, out of the way. These have just been, like, on a shelf, on the landing for so long, and I'm very mindful that we're kind of going to get the call any day now that Mum and Dad are moving, and I need to clear everything out so that I can facilitate that move. And I keep looking at the shelf being like, this, you need to do this soon, Kyla. Get this done. So we've done it. We've done it, and fingers crossed I get that Boots drop off in my area soon, because I've got a lot of empties. I want those Boots points. And I realise I've been super fast talky and a little bit manic. I'm like out of breath. This is almost like cardio. I'm like sitting like this. It's weird. Soon the room that I'm sitting in is going to be my office where I actually do my day job work Wednesday to Friday, but also it's going to be the room that I can edit in. It's going to be the room that I can film in. I can decorate it and make it fun. And so I'm really, really excited for YouTube after that. I think partly in the back of my mind I've been thinking, I kind of don't want to film anything because I know it's coming and I know it's going to be so much fun and it's going to be so much easier, and I'm really excited about it. And part of me is like, shall I just not upload anything? Shall I just not film anything until that? I'm also going to have the kitchen totally to myself. I'm going to have a dining room. We're going to be able to do house stuff, cooking stuff. I can literally film anywhere in the house that I want, especially once the kids go back to school. If we ever come out of lockdown, it's going to just totally change my options in terms of content, and I could not be more excited. I know we're not supposed to say 2021 is going to be my year, but I have always said 35 was going to be like my magic year. I've said this for decades, and I'm going to be 35 in a few weeks. It just is going to be a really special year for us, regardless of whether or not we are still in lockdown. You know, it is what it is. I'm trying to stay positive. But yeah, I'm really, really excited about YouTube this year. So probably not the time to just be like, I'll not do anything. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how my motivation continues, because really working from home, homeschooling properly this time, because the school did not do this last time. We've got like a full packed video call schedule this year, which we did. They didn't even send work home last year. So we'll see how that goes. But I am uploading 5 days a week on my vlog channel. If you do want to check in and just see me make coffee and talk about rubbish in the house, that is there. Thank you for watching. If you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe. If you've watched this much, please subscribe because you are my people. And I'll see you guys next time.